Unleash the verbal blessing, hold it thick with herbal lessons. So kick back, chill, relax, and learn a lesson. No 9 millimeters, no heaters, and Smith & Wesson. You'll find this rhyme stay pure without question. This time, let's vibe one time without weapons. And groove with the music in the smooth session. This time, let's vibe one time without weapons. And groove with the music in the smooth session. The beat to me like sap to a tree, it's in me. The rap happens to set me free. Instantly when the mic touch this MC. Without the mic, this MC feel empty. I'm telling y'all, it's the lyrical recipe, lyrical ecstasy. Hearing no less from me, I accept and expect no less than the best. And inject intellect without disrespect. Come on, be cool, just move with the groove. No funk in here, the beat way too smooth. Let's just do what we came to do.
Hey guys, Charlie here for StogieReview.com. Today I've got a quick first impressions video for you of the My Uzi Weighs a Ton bait fish. So I know Brian before has covered the original standard release of My Uzi Weighs a Ton, which was in that really large ring gauge. This is in that same line, you know, from Drew Estates Subculture Studios and Joya de Nicaragua. But this is obviously much smaller than the large ring gauges, My Uzis. This is a 4x44, I guess, you know, a little petite Corona, or I'm not sure what they're calling it. But it's actually a different blend than the original My Uzi, which was more in that sort of medium range. They tried to kick this up a notch a little bit, increase the strength on the bait fish. But yeah, so the blend is I got it here. I believe it's a San Andreas, Mexico. For the wrapper, Connecticut Shade Binder, which is a little unique, and Brazilian Matafina and Nicaraguan blend for the filler. So looking at the cigar, sort of rustic looking, you know, kind of a mottled, blotchy, well, not really blotchy, more of a mottled sort of look. Very few veins. Off the wrapper, nice, real strong sort of chocolate and earth. Actually, really kind of nice. The foot has more of the earth and some like a dark fruit kind of. I've made a punch cut here with the screw pop tool that I recently received. Has a clip to go on your keychain, which also works as a bottle opener, and then a punch cut in the base. So I'm testing this out. Going to have a review and actually contest with that coming up the next couple weeks. And I got the idea to do the punch cut on the My Uzi from our friend Cigar Craig. Cigar Craig's blog, I think it's cigarcraig.com, said, hey, you know, based on the size of that punch, he thought it would be good on the My Uzi. Anyway, let me, sorry, too much technology. Let me go ahead and get this lit. We got a nice day out today. You know, it's so hard in the winter to find time to, or find a good day weather-wise to smoke. I'm using my Prometheus 20th anniversary triple torch. You're thinking to yourself, why are you using a triple torch lighter on such a small cigar? It's actually getting low on fuel. Hopefully it'll get this puppy going. You know, truth be told, I wasn't a huge fan of the original My Uzi. You know, I don't really like huge, you know, large ring gauge cigars, and you know, just sort of the flavor profile just sort of wasn't hitting it for me. But knowing that this is a bit stronger and you know, smaller, I do like that. So hopefully this will be better for me. Right off the bat, lots of like rich wood, sort of like an earthy wood with a bit of a maybe a slight pepper undertone. Get a good amount of smoke. Yeah, so far so good. So it's nice. Hopefully the burn's a little wonky, but that might have been because I was using a triple flame on such a small ring gauge. But I have a feeling it'll correct itself. Anyway, I'll come back in a little bit, let you know how the first third goes. All right, I'm back with the My Uzi Weighs a Ton bait fish from Subculture Studios in Joya de Nicaragua. Things are going great. Draw's great. Smoke's good. The ash was about 3/4 of an inch before it dropped off on its own. Flavor-wise, I'm getting a lot of a lot of nice, really woody sort of main flavors. A touch of spice on the finish, but really not much at all. Maybe a bit of meatiness in there too, but primarily I'm getting wood. So far, I'm definitely liking it better than the original Mayuzi. Again, because of the I like this smaller format generally, and I think the flavors are a little more pronounced here than in the larger size. So I'll keep smoking, as you might imagine, and then I'll let you know how things are going along the way. Back in the second third, well, maybe around the halfway point of the Mayuzi weighs a ton bait fish. Things are still going great. The ash fell off again around another 3/4 of an inch or an inch or so. Draws good, burns pretty good. Flavor-wise, still getting that wood, but that sort of meatiness has risen. So it's not really more of a. It's at the forefront now. Yeah, great little short smoke. Last time I reviewed the Liga Privada Papas Fritas, so I think this is the other really small cigar in the Drew Estate sort of empire. Yeah, nothing but good things to say about it so far. So yeah, no sense in wasting any time. So I'll come back at the end and give you my final thoughts. All right, wrapping things up on the Mayuzi weighs a ton bait fish. If I can actually get it into the frame, there you go. Still going strong. Really liking it. Sort of towards the end, I got a bit of popcorn flavor, believe it or not, which was kind of interesting. But yeah, great smoke. Great, it's a bit warmer today. I wouldn't call it warm. So good for a good 40-45 minute smoke. Definitely enjoyable. Definitely like this more than the original Mayuzi. So I'll definitely be holding on to some of these, keeping in my office humidor at work, so that when I get a chance to run out and get a quick smoke, I'll have something enjoyable. So just sort of some initial feedback on that punch cutter that I've been looking at. I actually cracked the head a little bit, cracked the cap of the cigar just slightly, and really didn't cause any problems at all. So, and I got good draw and everything. So far so good. I'll let you know more about that later. And as always, thanks for watching. Check you later.